Welcome to Knoxville, home of the Tennessee Volunteers, where the hymn of choice is Good Old Rocky Top, and they hope that by the end of this one, it's good on Rocky Top. And only in Tennessee do you get a sight like this. Not only are the end zones checkered, so too the crowd, a mirror image to prove that they will give their all for Tennessee. And the Volunteers will put toe to leather and will get started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Sooners offense will get the first swing of the game. And this guy feels like a throwback. Back in the day, the running backs were always the stars. This guy fits that mold.
And he can do a lot of different things, too. He's not a one-trick pony. This guy can tote the rock. He can catch the ball. He can block. We might even see him throw the ball in this game. This is a jack of all trades.
You think the fans are ready for this one? The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Man, this defense has been so impressive to watch. Look at them. Get to the quarterback, get the sack. They play so fast. It's like they have 12 men on the field. Another good performance going down right now. Coming off of last week, putting a goose egg on the board against their last opponent.
He's going to take off. On the move at the 30. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. And the Sooners come to the line in the hurry-up.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't. And he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Pulls it in. There he goes to the right. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Sooners. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. His offense will get the ball for the first time. When a guy gets off the ball as quickly as he does, you know he's going to be breathing down your neck, and you got to get rid of it, Jesse.
This quarterback's good, but he better have a clock going off in his head. He knows he's not going to have a lot of time to get rid of the football. It's a big matchup in this game.
Well, and that's what I love about this guy, because he affects the quarterback whether he gets to him or not. He knows he's there. He's that kind of good coming off the edge. Let's see how this QB performs under pressure.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Robbins. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Pocket starts to collapse. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. After the misfire, it's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Fires to the middle. He makes a catch. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26. The Vols are on the move. Looking to move it through the air. Fires to the wideout. Got his man. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Quarterback will audible. Now from inside the red zone. Takes the easy completion. And oh, did they know that one was coming. They'll knock him down in the backfield. Second down coming up. He wants to throw it again. Finds a spot in the middle. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Volunteers! That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive. Just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run. They're loading the box. Still, this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
Looking to go up top on first down. It's caught. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. The Sooners moving quickly to the line. Lethal weapons all over the field. That has been the standard at Oklahoma for several years.
I mean, so many guys, and they built this offense on space and speed, and it's the playmakers out wide. Listen, they've had great quarterbacks, but if you don't have guys outside, they're going to make plays. Obviously, it makes it hard to move the football. These guys, they make it easy.
And down goes the quarterback. There are penalty flags down, but it looks as if this might be on the offense. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on third down. The Sooners will punt it away on fourth down. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Oh, that's one that can mess with your confidence. That is horrible. Line gets set, first down. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. He's going to pass. He's got his man. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
Love that throw there. And I remember as a Gator playing against Tennessee, you knew as a quarterback you were going to have to bring your A game to the park because of who was on the other side. I played against Peyton Manning, and I played against T. Martin, who won a national championship there. They have a legacy at that position. And this guy for Tennessee, he has a chance to be the next great one.
And he has a solid game before the defense bottles him up.
How about it? How about the old toss play, right? QB catches the ball, tosses it to the running back. Listen, it's got to be thrown out in front of him so he can continue to run. And then the offensive line has to do a really good job of getting the edge so he can get north and south. Used to see that play a ton back in the day. Just don't see much of it anymore.
The Volunteers come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. They're trying to get to him. He's going to run it. Quarterback gets the first down and more. That is frustrating for a defense, for a quarterback to beat you with his feet. They've hit him with back-to-back chunk plays. Now it's first and goal. Looking to throw. Makes the grab. They will score. Touchdown ball. He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
They'll line up for a second down play. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And the Sooners get it past the sticks. There's always been a lot of flash and sizzle to the Oklahoma offense, but it's built on being tough.
Yeah, and especially the great teams. The great teams that you think about in Oklahoma past, the ones that were in the national championship or in the playoff, those are teams that can run the football, be physical. It all started there.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Still on his feet. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
We talked to the offensive staff coming into this one. They knew going up against the top 25 defense with respect to sacks per game, they had to do a good job protecting the QB, but they have not been able to get that done so far. They've already now allowed 3 sacks in this game.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
And the coverage team will get to it, and they'll down it just inside the 30. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more. Nothing but green ahead. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Caught behind the line. It's Jones. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Trying to make magic with his feet. Short gain on the play before he slides. Looks as if this one will be marked down around the 25. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quick strike complete. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. He's looking to throw it. Using the quick game. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous.
Open runway ahead. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. And the Vols come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Dumps it to the back. He's got it. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. He's got it and still on his feet. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Now it's 2nd and goal. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Coming after him. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. They've gotten pushed back, but it's still 3rd and goal. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He caught it. And he goes down after making the grab. Picked up a few, but he's still short of the first down marker. 4th and goal from the 5, and the offense is staying on the field. What a big moment here. Touch pass on the run. Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown Volunteers! The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
That makes the score Tennessee 28.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. He'll try to do it himself. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. The Sooners line up to punt it away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away. Makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing in.
Looking deep down the right side. It's complete. A huge pickup. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. The feel of this whole drive changed on that last big play. They've got it 1st and 10 outside the 30. He wants to throw. Fires to the right. It's complete. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense. They'll go to the air. He's got it. And he will score. Touchdown ball. Ready to try the point after. And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Tennessee 35.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little...
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And after that last sack, man, you can just see it. They are feeling themselves. After pitching a shutout last week, after dominating early in this game, it just seems like they're playing with a different aggression and a different level of intensity than what their opponent is. They have been so down.
Hines is way ahead for 3 out to the 16. 4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a 5th. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete. The Sooners send out the punt unit. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution.
And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. Didn't make it any easier on themselves on 1st down. Now 2nd and long from the 21. He's looking to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. Makes the catch. It's Robbins. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. It's third down now. They ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
Will not get there. A fourth down stop.
And I tell you what, I can justify when it's really short, but when it's fourth and medium on your side of the territory, man, that success rate continues to plummet down, and now they've just set this offense up.
And the pass is intercepted. Taking it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Wants to throw on first down. Escapes the sack. At the 45 on his way. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a first down. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Looking to move it through the air. Moving away from pressure. He'll pull it down and run. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. Let's see what they've got on second down. Quarterback checking off. He's looking for a man on second down. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 35-yard pass for 6. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two.
And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Let's see what he can do with it. Makes a move. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Just enough time for one final play in this half. The give out of the gun. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. And the Sooners will kick it off to start the second half. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the third. After that one, not quite so backed up as they're up to the 18-yard line. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Off the play fake. Fires one high and deep. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. He'll take another shot here. He's got it on the left.
And a big reason why this team has the lead in this game is because of plays like that. They know they've got firepower throwing the ball. They've got the dudes outside that can make things happen. You saw it in the first half, and you see it here again early in the third quarter.
Ball still at the 45 after the incompletion. They'll snap it 2nd and 10. Looking to throw it again. He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And the Volunteers are moving quickly down the field. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. Offense set on 1st down. Here's the handoff. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. A run up the middle is stuffed for no gain. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Unloads to the wideout. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on 3rd down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. And now on 2nd down for this offense. He'll pull it on the read. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Lofts one deep down the right side. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. The Vols will snap it on 1st and 10. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Trying play action. Dances away to buy time. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Fires to the big fella. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. The Volunteers have taken it inside the 20. They'll throw it on 1st down. Touchdown, Volunteers! And the pummeling has started. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the 2nd half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead, now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3 and out, Jesse.
He just had no rhythm in that last drive, so someone's going to have to step up and make a play.
And he breaks into the open. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the 1st down. One big play can really flip the script of a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just outside the 30. He's going to pass. Quarterback on the move, still looking. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes.
And if you're job is to irritate, to confuse, to hit, to make quarterbacks feel very uncomfortable. This defense is definitely doing their job. 6 sacks, that's the way to make the quarterback feel like he's having a hard day. He's had no response. This offensive line has no response, just a sack party.
I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Going to try to get it himself. He'll slide and avoid the big hit.
It's a little demoralizing, too, I think, if you're on defense, because it looked like you had him, right? It's 3rd down. Everybody's getting ready for a big sack. They're pinning their ears back, trying to get upfield. You just can't make the play. Quarterback's able to escape. He doesn't get the first down, but he did get nice yardage, so I'm curious to see what they do here on 4th.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Off play action on 1st down. He looks that one in nicely. And he's down after the short completion. He did not make it to the 1st down marker. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. That last incomplete pass has him staring at a 3rd and 3. They want to just keep throwing it. Got the quick pass. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. And the balls are rolling down the field. The give to the back. Oh, he gave him the limp leg. Running toward the tape. Touchdown ball! And the stomping has commenced. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
They gave themselves room to operate with that first play. Now 1st down from the 37. Running back searching for a hole. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
All kinds of running room. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. The Sooners come to the line with a new set of downs. Out of the gun, the give to the back. They make the stop, but this running game moves the chains as they get the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down. He felt the heat trying to get away, but down he goes. He'll lose a yard or 2.
Goodness gracious, this is a master class, a clinic on how to get to the quarterback. The 7th sack of the game, are you kidding me? That's a season for some teams. They've lived in the backfield.
They gave up the sack on 1st down, now it's 2nd and 11. They'll go to the counter. They make the stop after a pickup of 3, balls at the 18. Now facing a 3rd and long. To the ground with the back. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. And to christen this fourth quarter, they'll try to hang a three on the board. Already got a hand on it, it's blocked. The Volunteer offense is back, and they open. In Tennessee, you want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense. To be physically pounded, the run is coming, you know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
Throws to the tight end. Working that left side. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. Off the RPO, complete. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
Small gain, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You've got to do a lot of this.
Brought down at the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 6. This is the type of play that decides games. Are you tough enough to convert 3rd and short from the 30? They'll try to run for it. Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. On the run, it's Massey. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Win with the running game on 1st down, now back at it. Now they're going to throw it. Gets rid of it. Got him downfield. Touchdown, Tennessee! And the route is on. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he tags on the extra point. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The Sooner offense returns to the field. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the air, it's Manning. And his first throw here is incomplete.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the fourth quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards.
Fires the pass, intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's pass, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback. And DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
How about the patience from this sophomore to hunt that green grass? Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. They're there to stop him at the 21 after a pickup of 2. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. The inside handoff. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've got it in field goal range, but they'll try to convert this 3rd and long from the 20. Quickly complete.
Really nice job there with the quarterback. Reading coverage, he knew exactly where to go with the football and at what exact time. The timing could not have been better. They get the completion on 3rd down, setting up 1st and goal.
And on 1st down, they've sent the field goal unit onto the field. Not a chance. Missed it. They blow the field goal. something finally goes wrong. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. Scanning the field, it's Manning. Fires to the right. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going up top here late in the game. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And the ball will come to rest just inside the 40-yard line. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. This is quickly turning into a celebration, Jesse, as they've taken control of this game.
And they should feel good about how they've played. They knew they had to come in here, protect home turf. They've gone out, they've run it well, they've thrown it well, David. Really, so much that this coaching staff can be happy about.
Yeah, and now it's about stat padding, right? Like you can just put up more numbers. You know this game's pretty good. Don't turn it over, don't make a mistake. But this game is well in hand.
Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. He's got the tight end. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Holding, offense.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Lining up to convert 3rd down. Off play action. The throw. And the misconnection on 3rd down.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. Unloads to the right. Finds him out of the backfield. That's where they'll mark him down, but what a play there to pick up a 1st down. Well, look what we have.